Someone took a dive behind the canyon wall, left a purple bruise on the sky for us all. We don't need the daylight to find our way. We've been waiting for the heat at the end of the day. I see the sparks flying up to meet the stars, mixed with the smoke and the old folk guitar. Stack the cedar high, let the shadows grow tall. The rhythms in the wood, can't you hear it call? And we're dancing in the dust and the embers, a night that the hollow surely remembers. Your hand in my pocket, my boots on your toes. Where the music come from, heaven only knows. With the fire in the middle and you in my arms, we're safe from the world. And this city life charms just us and embers and you. Your Stetson is tilted, there's a glow on your face, the kind that the neon could never replace. The circle is moving, a slow spin wheel of denim and leather and cold rolled steel. Let the wind kick up, let the sparks start to fly. We've got all the lightning we need in our eyes, and we're dancing in the dust and the embers, a night that the hollow surely remembers. Your hand in my pocket, my boots on your toes. Where the music comes from, heaven only knows. With the fire in the middle and you in our arms, we're safe from the world. And that city light charms just dust and embers and you. Cherry red glow, the band's gonna pack up and get ready to go. But as long as the ashes are still breathing heat, I'm staying right here on these two left feet. Yeah. And a final acoustic drum. I was raised on quiet mornings, coffee steaming, open skies. Never thought much about forever, just getting by, just passing time. Then you showed up like an answer in a beat-up Chevrolet. You said, hey, how's life been treating you? I forgot what I was gonna say. If love is built on little moments, the kind you don't see coming true, then every road I've ever taken was just leading me to you. Learned each other's imperfections and every doubt, every scar. But you never tried to change me. You just loved me where I am. If love is built on trust and patience, I'm choosing someone every day, then I don't need a perfect ending. Just you stand here this way. I don't promise easy answers or a life without mistakes, but I'll show up every morning for whatever comes our way. If love is built on honest hearts and holding on when times get tough, then I don't need the world to change, 'cause right here we've got enough. Yeah, right here we've got enough. I've been chasing after something since I was barely grown, always thinking happiness was somewhere down the road. Then you smiled across the table like it was nothing new, and suddenly every mile led straight back to you. If this is what love feels like, I've been wrong my whole life long. Every step I took before you was just finding where I belong. Yeah, right where I belong. I've been digging through the details, finding meaning in the mess, believing joy was a destination, a flicker just beyond the stress. If this is what love feels like, I've been wrong my whole life long. Every step I took before you was just finding where I belong. Then you grinned from across the table, like a secret I should know. And suddenly the road unraveled. Each turn brought me back home. If this is what love feels like, I've been wrong my whole life long. Every step I took before you was just finding where I belong. It's the way your laughter rings in the quiet of the night. How the simplest moments linger, turn ordinary into light. If this is what love feels like, I've been wrong my whole life long. Every step I took before you was just finding where I belong. If I'm being honest, I don't say enough how you make the hard days feel a little less rough. You see me when I'm quiet, when I don't explain. You don't rush my healing, you just stay the same. If I'm being honest, I don't need much else, just your hand in mine and your trust in myself. I've chased things that didn't matter, wore myself too thin, but loving you feels easy like breathing in. Every plan I pictured looks different now. You changed my idea forever without telling me how. If tomorrow falls apart, I won't be afraid, 'cause I know where my heart is at the end of the day. If I'm being honest, this love feels true, and everything I am feels stronger with you. Yeah. We were young and sure of everything. Thought love was always enough. We believed in open roads before growing up got tough. Late night talks, borrowed dreams, plans we didn't keep. We promised more than we could give and less than we could be. We were almost forever, and I don't regret a thing. Some loves aren't meant to last. They're meant to teach you how to feel. Time pulled us in different directions. Neither one at fault. We learned how to let go without learning how to stop. I still wish you all the best wherever life is gone. You were a beautiful chapter, even if the ending moved on. If loving you was the cost of knowing who I am, I'd pay it again just to understand. We were almost forever, and that still means something to me. Not every love story ends, but every love leaves something deep. Yeah, almost forever. My heart belongs. I've learned the long way around what really matters most. It's not the place, it's who's waiting when I'm close. I don't need perfect timing or everything planned. Just knowing I can reach for you and take your hand. If the night gets heavy and the road feels long, just know I'm on my way. It won't be long. Leave the light on. I'm coming home. I don't need the world to change. I just need to see your face. Yeah, I'm coming home. planned. No easy words to say, just two hearts learning slowly why love couldn't stay. We tried to bend, we tried to hold what time kept pulling loose. Sometimes love means letting go, even when you don't choose. What we had was real, even if it didn't last. Some love stories live forever in the past. I still hear your laughter and places we once stood, not because I'm stuck there, but because it was good. I've moved on in small steps, learned to breathe again. But part of who I am now is who I was back then. If loving you was wrong, I'd still do it all again, 'cause it taught me how to care and how to mend. Find out who was real, and that truth still stands. Even broken love leaves steady hands. Yeah, it was real. Windows down, no place to be, just a road and you and me. Radio low, sky wide open, letting time move easily. You talk about your childhood dreams, I listen like they're mine. Every mile feels lighter when your hand's in mine. If life stayed simple, like a Sunday drive, I'd be happy spending every mile by your side. No rush to get anywhere, no need to plan ahead, just loving where we are right now and what's already said. If the world gets loud tomorrow and pulls us out of line, I'll remember moments like this to keep my heart aligned. If forever ever feels too big, let's just take the day. One road, one song, one easy way. If life stayed simple, like a Sunday drive, I'd be happy spending all my days by your side. didn't work out like we hoped. The truth still stings sometimes, but I don't wish it away. I'm glad you were mine. We laughed hard, we learned fast, loved deeper than we knew. Even though it ended, I grew because of you. I'm still thankful for every laugh, every tear. You showed me how to love someone, and I'll carry that for years. I don't replay the ending, I replay the best parts. The way you taught me courage and opened up my heart. Time keeps pulling me forward, and I'm learning to let go. But gratitude stays longer than pain ever could. If I had the choice again, knowing how it ends, I'd still say yes, and call you my friend. I'm still thankful for the love we tried to keep. Some people stay forever, some stay just long enough to mean something deep. Yeah, still thankful. Or am I? I don't need a big old house or a name in bright lights, just a steady kind of love that feels right. I've seen what chasing more can do, leaves you empty inside. But you show me how contentment feels when it's real. If I've got you beside me through the best and the tough, I don't need much more, 'cause that's enough for me. Every dream feels closer when I'm standing near you. You make simple moments feel brand new. I don't need perfect answers or a flawless plan, just knowing when I fall, you'll understand. If everything else changes and nothing stays the same, I'll still have what matters when I say your name. If I've got you beside me, no matter where I'll be, I don't need the world, you're enough for me. You don't rush the quiet maintenance. You let silence say its part. You don't try to fix my worries. You just listen with your heart. You notice when I'm tired before I say a word. You read between the pauses in everything I've heard. It's the way you stay beside me when there's nothing much to say. That's how I know I love you, in the simplest kind of way. I've known love that felt like effort, always pulling me apart. But you make it feel like breathing, something steady, something more. Every plan feels less important than the way you hold my hand. You don't promise me forever, you just help me understand. If tomorrow changes everything and nothing goes our way, I'll still trust this feeling and the way you stay. It's the way you stay beside me, in the calm and in the gray. That's how I know I love you, in the truest kind of way. Yeah, the way you stay. Yeah, the way you stay. Loved you before I knew better, before I learned how things change. I thought holding on was enough. I didn't know about pain. We made plans without thinking. Time had its own way. We believed in staying forever, but forever didn't stay. I don't regret loving you, even knowing how it ends. Some lessons only come from hearts that break and learn to mend. I held tighter than I should have, when letting go was right. I was learning who I was in the middle of that fight. Now I see us more clearly, not wrong, just out of time. You were part of my becoming, and I'm thankful you were mine. If I could go back knowing everything, I'd still do it all again. Some love is meant to teach you before it reaches the end. I don't regret loving you, even now, even then. You helped me learn what your love could be before I knew better. Before I knew better. I've heard 1,000 city sounds. They come and go the same, but there's a calm I always feel when I say your name. Every place I've ever been feels closer when you're near. Even crowded rooms feel open when I know you're here. Every mile feels less unknown. Every road feels known when I say sounds like home. I don't need a map or signs when your hand's in mine. Every step feels lighter when our steps align. I used to chase a feeling I couldn't quite define. Now I know it's been you all this time. If I'm ever far from where we are, or the road feels long, I'll say your name and find my way back where I belong. Every mile feels less unknown. Every road feels known when I say your name out loud. It sounds like home. Yeah, it sounds like home. We were standing at the edge of something we could feel. One more step, one more breath from making it real. Time and lean the other way before we understood how close we were to something that could have been good. What we matters, even if it slipped away. Some love don't need a lifetime to leave a mark that stays. I still wonder every now and then what might have been, but I don't let that question pull me back again. I've made peace with where we landed, with how the story ends, knowing we were honest was more than we could pretend. If almost is all it ever was, I'm okay with that. Some moments mean everything, just as they happen, final higher. What we almost had still matters. Even now, even today, not every love gets finished, but it still can mean something real. Yeah, it still matters. I've been tired of proving something, of standing on my own, trying hard to be strong, while I felt alone. You didn't ask me for perfection, you didn't push or pull. You just met me where I was, and that was enough. I don't have to try so hard, I don't have to pretend. Oh yeah, everything feels easier when you're my friend. I laugh a little louder, sleep a little better too. Life feels less complicated when it's me and you. I used to fear the quiet, now it feels right. Just sitting close together on an ordinary night. Oh yeah, if loving you is simple, that's how I want it to be. No more heavy expectations, just honesty. I don't have to try so hard, I can just be who I am. Everything feels easier when you're holding my hand. Yeah, easy with you. said goodbye without anger, just honesty and time. Knowing the road ahead of us didn't line up right. There was no one to blame, no wrong or right, just two people learning how to say goodbye. I won't hold on to what we lost, or wish for what can't be, but I'll always keep the part of you that changed me. I see the world a little differently because you were there. You taught me how to open up and how to care. Even though our chapter's closed and we moved on, you're written into who I am, even now. If loving you was the cost of growing into me, I'd pay it every time and still be grateful. I won't hold on to what we lost, but I won't forget it either. I'll always keep the part of you that made me deeper. Yeah, I'll keep that part. It doesn't shout, it doesn't rush, it doesn't steal the show. It shows up every single day and learns as it goes. It doesn't promise easy roads or nights without doubt. It just stays steady through it all and works things out. This kind of love doesn't fade fast. It doesn't ask for much. It's built on trust and staying close. This kind of love, it grows stronger in the quiet, in the in-between, in the moments no one notices but me, everything. It's choosing you when days are long and patience feels thin. It's knowing where to win the fight and where to begin. If time keeps moving forward like it always does, I'm not afraid of change with this kind of love. This kind of love It holds on when it's tough. It's not about perfection. It's this kind of love. Yeah, this kind of love. If you ever wonder if you matter, if you question your place in time, just know you were a chapter I'll never leave behind. We didn't finish what we started, but that doesn't make it small. Some connections shape you, even when they don't last. If you ever wonder if you were loved, if you ever doubt what we were then, you were loved the best way I knew how, back when I knew you. I don't carry bitterness or wish things were the same. I carry what I learned from you, and that's enough to stay. Time keeps writing new stories, and I've learned to move ahead. But you'll always be a sentence I remember. If our paths never cross again, I hope life treats you kind. You were important to my heart at that time.
If you ever wonder if you matter,
Please believe me when I say
you were loved the best way I could.
in those days, yeah, you matter. I don't need a better ending or a faster way ahead. I'm learning how to be content with where we stand. I used to chase what's next in line, always looking on ahead. Now I'm finding peace in where my feet are set. If tomorrow comes too quickly, or today right here is enough for me, as long as I know every breath feels a little deeper when you're close to me. I don't worry about the future like I used to be. I don't need every answer or a perfect plan, just knowing when I reach for you, you'll understand. If everything else changes and nothing stays the same, I'll still have what matters when I say your name. If tomorrow comes too quickly, or today, let's go. Right here is enough for me, as long as I